So what signifies wishing and hoping for better times? We may make these times better if we bestir ourselves. In industry need not wish, and he who lives upon hope will die fasting. When times are tough, the future may seem bleak and a reason to not work, but that is actually the most important time to work because nothing will change it like action. Many do exceedingly well in hard times because they see opportunity still, while others see grimness and do not want to waste their efforts. And of course, it's the action that creates prosperity. Those whose performance are lackluster or half-hearted, but are hopeful for the future, get their reward for their work. And it is little indeed. Hope is a funny thing, a two-sided coin. If hope is not quickly converted to faith, it becomes doubt. This, of course, is fear. When people operate thusly, they do not do well. One must rise to the occasion with belief and confidence. Their rewards are not guaranteed, but the mere hopefuls are. 1. Write 3 times when one was habitually hopeful but was habitually unfocused or inactive. How did they do? 2. Write 3 times when one was habitually focused or active. How did they do? There are no gains without pains. Then help hands, for I have no lands, or if I have, they are smartly taxed. If we want something, we must work for it. It's important to note that this need not be hard work necessarily. Smart work is even better. However, no other kind of work will do. And if it's a great thing you want, so then is the requirement. That is the basic law. Then once we have it, there is also pain to keep it. This is just how it is. And when this is accepted, then it becomes easier. 1. What have you gained without work? 2. What have you kept without work? 3. Write 3 things you're willing to work for, to get, and to keep. He that hath a trade hath an estate, and he that hath a calling hath an office of profit and honors, as Poor Richard says. But then the trade must be worked at, and the calling well followed, or neither the estate nor the office will enable us to pay our taxes. Vocations are wonderful and admirable in themselves, but without their fulfillment, they will be insufficient. It's not enough that you do something well or just do your job. You must do it the best you can do it. Rise above the mediocre majority. When you do this, prosperity will follow. 1. Who are 3 people that have or had a job or position, but they do not do well in it? 2. Who are 3 people that have or had a job or position and they do it earnestly? 3. What are some of the differences? If we are industrious, we shall never starve, for at the working man's house hunger looks in, but dares not enter. Not just for food, but anything else. It is hard work that will deliver us. If you are depressed, get moving. Produce a good or service or work in an exchange for a wage. If it is not to your liking, do what you can until something better is available. And you make that happen with your own industry. 1. Have you ever gone hungry when you were working diligently? 2. If so, was there other work you could have done? Nor will the bailiff or constable enter, for industry pays debts, while despair increaseth them. Persistent work is freeing, but worry is enslaving. Despair is ultimate worry. It can paralyze. Worry is a form of fear, and when one operates this way or is otherwise afflicted by this sapper of creative energy, the suffering is both tangible and invisible. Do not think of what can go wrong, but think of what can go right. Work hard and your debts are paid. Know your outcome, and industry will help you realize it. 1. Write 3 times when industry paid your debts. 2. Write 3 times when despair made things worse. What though you have found no treasure, nor has any rich relation left you a legacy? Diligence is the mother of good luck, and God gives all things to industry. Then plow deep while sluggards sleep, and you shall have corn to sell and keep. If it wasn't given to you, make it with your hard work. Let the lazy say and do what they may. Work even harder. You will get your reward and then some. It's important to understand I don't just refer to the physically lazy, but the mentally lazy. You will find in them no end to their excuses or blame. They are models of how not to be. 1. Who are 3 wealthy people who are self-made and took a long time to make their riches? 2. Who are 3 people that are habitually lazy and that despite any intelligence or other gifts do not do very well? And if and when you make any comparisons to yourself, let it only be to serve or inspire. Work while it is called today, for you know not how much you may be hindered tomorrow. 1 today is worth 2 tomorrows, as Poor Richard says. And Father, never leave that till tomorrow, which you can do today. Today's value is so much more than tomorrow's that it's not even on the same chart. Here is where discipline is the key. Make discipline your friend. This is how it serves you and not elude you. Let thy mantra be, do it now, and all your morrows will be thankful ones. Tomorrow is always something else or more of the same. Either way, if it's not what you're doing today, you will find in it regret and sorrow. 1. Write 3 times when there was something to do today, but you put it off till the next day and it did not get done. 2. Write 3 times you did your work that the day called for, or even more. How did you feel about it? How did it work out? If you were a servant, would you not be ashamed that a good master should catch you idle? Are you then your own master? Be ashamed to catch yourself idle when there is so much to be done for yourself, your family, your country, and your king. Even in servitude, you would act with dignity and wherewithal. Why should you treat yourself worse than you would a master? Since you are your own master, then also be your own servant. What's more are your duty to others, love, and obligations. Perhaps your greatest duty is to your own legacy. What will you leave behind? 1. Write 3 behaviors regarding wealth that where you could do better. 2. What are your duties, loves, and obligations? Handle your tools without mittens. Remember that the cat in gloves catches no mice, as Poor Richard says. Don't half-ass it. It will not cut it. Due diligence will bring the rewards that you desire. Write 3 times that giving something less than your best caused you to have less than a satisfying result. It is true, there is much to be done, and perhaps you are weak-handed. But stick to it steadily, and you will see great effects, for constant dropping wears away stones. And by diligence and patience the mouse ate into the cable, and little strokes fell great oaks. Don't allow yourself to be disheartened, even if you have handicaps. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Believe in what you're doing, and your persistence will be rewarded. Even though you don't see your outcome close by, stick with your work faithfully, and it will be realized. 1. Write 3 times you persisted with something, even though there were deficiencies, and came through the other side with great results. If you can't think of 3 from your own life, write of others. 2. Write 3 times when the task was so enormous that it seemed impossible, but steady progress achieved the goal. These events can be from your own life or others. And we conclude lesson 3.